Okay, whenever let me know when we're ready, Griff. Oh, we're ready? Once again, Good Negroes Podcast. It's Andre Brooks and fancy Jynxx Johnson.
I'm here. I have arrived.
I don't feel worthy. Like you have on fancy like sweatsuits made out of like the finest Muppet material.
I hate you.
It is like the way the neck and stuff comes down.
You're such a hater,
like
Dre. Have you been a hater all your life?
Oh, I'm a hater.
Yeah.
I know I'm a hater. Yeah, yeah.
See my look?
It actually looks nice. It does look nice.
Give you face.
I just look like I have on an $8 T-shirt.
You do.
And it's a Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs T-shirt that I thought I brought a different brown shirt today.
You look like you're naked. It's all your skin complexion.
Hey, I'm calm with that.
Brown people with brown clothes is tricky. You look naked from afar.
Ladies know I got a cool ass tattoo.
Of the cuckoo puff bird?
Yes.
That's sexy. You can get it.
I can get it, but yeah, it's a whole different subject.
All right, so let me tell you why I was all fancy, because normally I'd be like jeans and a t-shirt and
right.
T-shirt and my panties. Oh, no, not that
Whoa,
part.
Is that a song?
It is.
I need to hear that.
I think is it Adina Howard? I think it's Adina Howard.
Dude, listen, everybody keeps talking about how I don't know the words to songs. I know the song. I just don't know the words. I save my memory
That's
for
the
other
title.
Stuff.
So if you don't know the title, you don't
Adina
know
Howard,
the song.
Adina Howard was big in LA. She's from there. That was like a big, I don't know if she's from there or not, but she was
Freak like me.
Freak like me.
Freak in the morning, freak in the evening.
Just like me.
Sorry. Okay.
I want a roughneck nigga that can satisfy me.
Stratify.
Because the words were coming to me.
Stratosphere.
That song. So anyway.
We're going to leave you to the na.
So yeah. But you're looking quite lovely.
I'm fancy today because I'm going to give it to these bitches.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Is that your high value man outfit?
Well, I've been listening to these podcasts, these lives by yours truly, them Kevin Samuels and them, and apparently I got to step up my game to get me a high quality 6-figure man because I can't afford to pay my own shit with my 6-figure salary, so I need somebody else to do it. And the only way that I can get a man is by the way that I look.
That's how it works, Jynxx.
Yeah.
That's literally how it works, yeah.
Who knew I wasted all that money on college?
Yeah. There's working on your brain's pointless. It's just about your rating.
Yeah.
And Kevin Samuels would rate you probably a 5.
Yeah, well, he can suck these nuts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, I think he rated Beyonce like a 7.
No, she's a 6, he said, I believe.
A 6?
I believe that's what he said. But it's funny because, honestly, I think Beyonce is super dope, and I think she's super talented, and she's, pretty, but she don't put me. I ain't got her on that scale of like up there's. I don't. So so it's funny because sometimes I agree with the shit that he says.
Right.
It's his delivery. And don't be trying to pull the rug out from people's feet. Like, they have dreams and aspirations, and let them live, my nigga. Let them live.
Right. Yeah, I think he's actually a detriment to black people. I think it's dangerous.
Tell me why he's dangerous. I'm curious to know. I think he's just a prick.
He's speaking to almost like a small group of guys and women, but on the guy side, he's talking to this group of guys that think that they have to have things to get women, right? And at some level you do, but there's dudes that live in their mom's house in the garage that have...
They got a banging chick?
They're getting it.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me that one.
I have friends like that. I've had some friends that were like pretty like dudes that just got hell of women, but like didn't have a lot going on. Maybe they did hella push-ups and sit-ups and stuff. But
yeah, I think the younger you are, the more you get away with stuff like that where you're not fully developed. But as a woman, when you get up in age, that's not everybody though.
I think you're talking about yourself, yeah. There's women that take care of dudes. But I think Kevin Samuels and a lot of these relationship gurus are just dangerous because, one, they have no training in this stuff.
You cheating on your wife. Hello?
Who's cheating? What?
What's his name? Jackson?
Oh yeah, Derek Jackson ass.
That one. Don't even need to know their names to be honest. Look, yes, cheating on your wife, but you trying to, sell everybody else like wolf cookies and shit.
But
so
this is why there's all these guys talk about like ideal situations, how things are supposed to be, but like, no one really like in the rules of like when people that love each other, you don't know how stuff works out, right? I mean, we all know weird couples that you wouldn't think would be together, and it works fine.
And honestly, if whatever the agreement is, as long as you agree upon the agreement and it's agreeable and y'all can live that way, like that's between y'all two.
Right.
It doesn't have to look any certain kind of way. But I think it's dangerous when you keep feeding people these fairy tale notions like the Cinderella 2.0 and Hollywood narratives, Disney narratives and shit, and that's just not reality. Like life looks so many different kind of ways. Right. Herpes. What happened?
Well, no.
That was a herpes ad. Oh. You didn't see that?
Oh, wow. That is
all
a
I saw was
ad.
herpes. I was like, wait.
Okay, why am I getting this?
Some cookies, they follow you.
Oh, shit.
What you been Googling?
I know. Okay, anyway, back to the real stuff. Kevin Smith, the Greer article says, his platform opens a space for much-needed conversations addressing women's accountability in relationships. That's important.
I'm not mad at that.
However, his framework is rooted in an imperialist worldview that subtly reinforces anti-blackness. Like so many other YouTube experts before him, he exploits the pain and vulnerability of black women's quest for love while the world watches in amusement. And I think that's the part that guys like, that they put some accountability on women. But
as a woman, I want to chime in and say I don't disagree at all, and I think that's super. Like sometimes you look at the list of that these women have created for themselves in this ideal scenario, and I'm like, what? In what world are you gonna get all of that?
Right. Well, because a lot
speaks
of
to
stuff's
self.
Fake. No, a lot of stuff's fake. Like women, everyone talk about this magic number of 6 figures, right? Something like 9% of the population makes over 6 figures.
It's got to be more than that.
It might be 10. Yeah, it used
somewhere
to be
between 7 to 10%.
Somewhere between around 9 or 10 now, and then that just speaks to that $100,000 isn't what it was 10 years ago, right?
Literally.
So
and it's going to be even worse and worse with inflation coming up and all this. Let's not even talk about that because that's going to depress me.
I don't think inflation's coming up.
But yeah, so this 6-figure number or this,
there's not a lot of people. So if that's what you think you deserve, you're going to struggle. And Kevin Samuels is right about that.
Well, first of all, if that's what you think you deserve, go and get that shit. First and foremost, right? So go strive to get that yourself, because I think the people, like when you are on that path, you're going to meet other people that are going to meet you in that path, right? That are on a similar journey or to complement you in your journey. So go try to get that stuff for yourself. And I think the accountability piece is important for that reason, because it's so interesting, because there's so much like women's rights and equal rights talk going on, and yet a lot of women still just want to be taken care of. And no knock.
Yeah.
It's not my thing personally, no knock, but like, you get to make the rules around your life when you're taken care of?
Wait, if you're taken care of, do you get to make the rules?
Yeah, do you get to set the rules around what your life looks like or how like, it feels like ownership to me. Right? Like you lose your vote, you're not contributing, so you just kind of get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit like my 7-year-old would say.
But see, that's where, I mean, I have seen it. I have friends where the husband makes significantly more money than the wife, but they both run the house the same, you know. And I just think a lot of this stuff is myths. Kevin Samuels and a lot of these guys will be like, well, you know, a high value man, he's gonna want this and he's gonna want that. And
so okay, we have to define what a high value man is, because I have a feeling that my definition of a high value man is something very different from.
Well, here it is. No, here it is. So, a high value man has 6 core principles: at least $10,000 monthly, earning $10,000 monthly over a course of 5 years.
So that really only puts you at
that's $120,000.
Low 6 figures. Okay.
Yeah. Acceptance from a group of other high value men, access to fraternity like network.
How do you define high value men in the definition of defining high value man?
But
hangs around other high value men.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry, continue.
This shit's crazy.
Hangs
right?
around other people that are like him. That could be anybody. Where does that make you high value?
I mean, most people do.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that's
most of us live in cities.
access to a
And when you
fraternity
live
like
in
network.
cities and you hang out with people that went to college, probably all your friends, they make close to that are over. But you don't realize you live in a little tiny group of people because you're a more unique person. And we need to, again, none of this is explaining the reality of the situation. There's great dudes that are teachers. They make like $55,000, $60,000, $70,000, if they have graduate degrees.
And here's the problem.
And that's a
for
great
me.
salary.
Yeah, money is not everything. Here's the problem for me.
And I don't
You've
want my
defined-
value defined as my dollar amount. I mean, I took a pay cut when I moved out here to start a company, a big one. I didn't make six figures, was fine. Made 99,000 though, you know what I'm saying?
You special. I think the problem is that when you're focusing in on the thing that's most important to you, and it's financial. And I understand that different people have different like motivations in life, right? So what happens when you don't make six figures no more? And we ain't talking about expanding from six figures. We talking about he just loses his whatever it is, right? His job, his business, his inheritance.
Right. I mean,
so what
really,
do you do then if everything is just based on the financial? So nothing in there in that list says anything about characters, values, compatibilities. Like this is a contract that you're signing with somebody when you get married, right?
Yeah.
And it's based on a high value man is money. I'm cool. What?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's silly. I think to equate someone's value with money is silly. I think when women, all they care about is a dude's money, they're losing out too. Like they're not gonna have the relationship you want. I mean, there's women out there that go out with dudes that make bank, but like a dude like me that is a thousandaire, I'm never gonna call my woman fat. Right.
Well,
like,
I'm sure there's people that don't make no money that are rude and disrespectful. So those are yeah. I don't know that I would necessarily connect that to the money. That's a character thing, and the money makes you more of who you already were. So if you was a dick in the beginning, you're gonna be even more of a dick.
Well, and see, speaking of that, there's another category of dudes too. The dudes that they didn't have women until they had money, so they hate women at some level.
And I honestly believe that this Samuel Jackson person is one of them that literally got his feelings hurt really, really bad when he was.
It's definitely not Samuel Jackson. Yeah, it's not Samuel Jackson.
Derek Jackson and Samuel, whatever.
Yeah.
Samuels,
Kevin
Kevin Samuels,
yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't be caring. They can't get my energy on a regular day.
Yeah,
But
I
since we're
haven't
talking,
seen a whole episode, to be honest.
I've watched one or two.
Yeah.
And I legitimately had to be like, I had to watch it just to get a sense of what everybody was talking about. But I refuse to give him my energy. But again, not Samuel L. Jackson. There was no L in there. So Kevin Samuels. What was I saying? God dang it, I can't even remember. Y'all done throwed me
Sam
off.
Jackson's name in there.
Yes, but what was I saying? What was my point? Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like he was like abused or taken advantage of or never got none when he was young. And now he's taking it out on all these women because these women, the same way that women are literally just devaluing a man down to like the amount of money that they have in their bank account, he's just doing the same thing with their physique.
Exactly.
He's not doing anything different. Let me see, how much do you weigh? Like the first question is always, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? And in his head, he's trying to calculate, is you a big girl or is you ain't? What?
Right.
And dudes like different things. And women, I hope, would like different things beyond money. So like there's no basis for none of this conversation for me. Why are we giving this dude energy?
Women want to laugh.
No, women want to apparently be humiliated and be told about themselves in a way that's not true, because you ain't never gonna tell me that I am less than what I think I am. Okay, it took me a very long time to get to a place where I was like in a place of acceptance and like y'all can't tell me shit, because naturally as women we always have these doubts in our head. There's always this voice. Now I got to a place where I'm like, you can't tell me shit. I'm not going to a Kevin Samuels. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
not going to him to tell me about myself. If anything, I invite you to come see me.
It happens all the time, you know. I
and
think
chemistry happens in a funky way. Like you could be like, I want A, B, and C, and end up with a nigga that's like E, D, F, G, L, M, N, O, P, and it's just a random. Let me tell you, if I hear one man ever tell me you ain't never gonna land a decent man because you have a child, I fucking wish you would. Like, I wish you would. I will come for your jugular on that. Don't you devalue women for doing what they're supposed to do and being upstanding mothers and people and raising yo ass who once was a child and had a mother, okay?
Okay, well, I wrote that down to make sure I never say that again.
Man, that man gets my blood boiling. I try to be, I try, like, I'm not super confident. And maybe I am. Fourth guy as in child, baby's father?
It was the fourth boyfriend.
Fourth boyfriend.
He came after 3 baby daddies.
Okay.
And in a nutshell, fourth boyfriend was trash. I did tell him, what kind of guy do you think you're gonna get with, you got 3 baby daddies, you got 3 kids, 3 different men, what kind of guy did you think you was gonna get? She's complaining about the trash that he is.
I mean, there's good. So go ahead, Jynxx.
Okay, so I don't know that it's a matter of you've had 3 trash baby daddies. Were they trash baby daddies? You didn't say that. You said they were 3 baby daddies and the next dude thereafter is now trash. What kind of a guy do you expect to be able to get after 3 kids from 3 different fathers? Okay. I think there's some poor decision making that is attracting those situations to you. I know plenty of women who have had children by multiple fathers and have still made it work with a significant other, be it the 3rd or 4th person, right? And as well as I know men who've had children by 3 different women and that can still find a very decent, solid situation of somebody that's of character, can maybe, bond with you on those type of things and make some shit happen. Like, but if you count yourself out energetically, talking about, oh, I'm never going to have nothing. So there might be some self-doubt with her and some conversations that she's having with herself. Oh, I'm never going to amount to nothing, or these guys ain't shit. And then you attract that stuff. So you need to have that beacon a little bit higher, boo.
And I mean, I'm going to say this. There's some guy out there with 3 kids or 2 kids, maybe even 1 kid, that's going to be happy to have a larger family. I mean, there's people that want that all the time. My dad got married when I was 12 to a woman that had 2 kids. And to this day, him and my dad and sister are as close as ever. So there's guys out there, they're not tripping.
That is true.
And so, again, we need to be telling people, you need to love people that make sense for you. And not like in these financial ways, but like people that are gonna be there with you, people that fucking will drink your bath water,
and people that
like,
got guten Kopf.
What's that?
People that have guten Kopf.
That good head. Okay. And so, but
sorry, you had to be there. It was last episode.
I like it. I'm gonna be able to speak German by the time.
You might just could, because it rubs off.
I like that. Yeah, it rubs off. Okay. But yeah. So anyway, we don't like them.
No.
Yeah.
I don't personally have much affinity
pushing black
for
women
them.
into the sort of construct of European beauty standards too.
So if you talk to black women, you'll see a lot of this kind of conversation that black women are the most unprotected, right?
Yeah.
And then you let a schmuck like this come and take even more from you. Not having it. And if I was a black man, I wouldn't stand for that either. And if there's any single man that can sit there and tell me that they like and follow and appreciate the way that the conversation is being handed to these women, the content is not necessarily even the problem, because really some of us do need to be checked. This is what it is, right? All of us need to be more realistic. Like, you as a man ain't gonna have this 3-inch waist with a 25 diameter whatever inch booty, right? This is not necessarily your entire roster. Okay.
I've been working out, so.
And women aren't necessarily gonna find this like attractive, like in their 20s, 30s, buff. Like, once you start getting dudes with 6 figures and shit, they're usually older, and it's just not what you thought it was. we all need to be checked, right?
Yeah.
And some of these things really at the end of the day don't matter because how you look, how she looks, that shit ain't lasting forever.
Right.
But this, this entanglement is supposed to be forever. Like when you get married, it's supposed to be forever. So I'm not mad at the content of it. I'm mad at the delivery, right?
It's the content too, though. I mean, because I'll say this: there's always some truth, right? Like if the devil came to earth, he's not just gonna be with horns and doing people like that. Like the devil's gonna be smooth. Like you're gonna get talked into stuff that you thought was good. Like that's how it works. We've all seen Damien. That's
DMX?
No, oh my God.
No, DMX had a song about, I think it was Damien, which was like kind of a devil.
Yeah, because there was a movie called Damien about a little devil kid.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I'm old. So
foreign
older.
card. Yeah, I'm young. That's what it is.
Oh, you're just gonna pull your? Yeah, no, it was a famous movie.
No, I'm gonna pull my young card.
I'm certain it was in Germany.
Probably not. And look, miss me with the German movies with the horrible lip syncing or whatever you call it, syndication.
Yeah, it was a famous movie. So yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Okay.
If you've learned nothing else, Kevin Samuels Jackson, Kevin Samuels is bad.
Yeah.
Moral of the
story.
story.
Guys, listen, you don't have to have money to get women, man. There's dudes that have nothing that are tearing it up right now because they spoke.
What are they tearing up? They're tearing up the it. Mm-hmm. Okay, well here's what I say.
Mookin cotton. That's not German for stuff in the middle.
Stuff in the middle. The monkey?
Yeah. Monkey?
Okay. So here's what we gonna say. You're gonna have to have some shit about yourself, right? As a man or a woman, you have to come to the table with something, stability, right? There ain't no like
yeah. Like I like women.
Any
that
self-respecting person is gonna want somebody else. Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's not make it seem like, oh, you got that 12-inch, you can just come run up in here. Nah, boo, I'm gonna stop you at the door.
Yeah, listen.
I don't need them type of problems in my life. Do not.
I mean, yeah, and then sadly, there's people that do. That's all that matters to them.
Yeah.
And they end up with 4 baby daddies too.
Okay.
At 22. Yeah. So there you go.
That was fun. Okay.
Yeah. Put your fancy glasses back on.
I can leave now. My job here is done.
Okay. Listen, that's it. Yeah, I like it. Well, there you go, good Negroes. One more segment in the Good Negro podcast. Andre Brooks, Jynxx. Yeah. So we're there for it.
Can't be normal for too long.
Yeah. We're going to save this really serious topic for the next episode. How much time do we take up? Oh, really? On Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, he don't deserve much. He don't need much more.
Okay.
Bloopers.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right, there it is, folks. Good Negroes podcast, y'all. Thank you.